And I got my truck washed. And, I had some work done in the garage. And, they had cut a little bit of the ceiling out. And they got this fucking dust all over the place. By the way, I love when somebody comes over to your fucking house to fix something. And if you have tools lying around, they just start using them. You know what I mean? Like I had a ladder in the garage. And I see these footprints. And these guys just fucking use the ladder. You know what I mean? Like all of my shit gets drafted into their little fucking war they have to fight. Like fixing things. Bring your own fucking tools. Use your own fucking tools, you cunts. They do it all the fucking time. They're fucking, I swear to God. And then another thing that I love too is they don't give a fuck. They just leave the door open because they're walking in and out. They can't open and close the door. You get all kinds of flies in the fucking house. They're fucking animals. They come in like fucking grizzly bears. Or maybe I just feel emasculated that I don't know how to fix it. But I'm just going to make it be about that they used my ladder and left the door open. Oh, I didn't even finish the fucking story. Oh, so anyway, so I get my truck washed. So I'm like, well, I want it to stay looking shiny and new. Come aboard. It's my F-100. It shifts on the column. That's what I hang my manhood on. It shifts on the column. So I'm like, all right, I need to fucking wash the tap, the car cover there, so I can keep this thing looking good, right? So I washed the thing. It's a big, stupid, bulky fucking thing, and I know good and goddamn well you can wash a car cover, you can't dry it unless you have like some industrial level giant fucking, a dryer the size of a fucking refrigerator, which obviously I don't. So I just hang it off the back porch. I let it dry old style. Like, step right up, come and see the greatest show on earth, right? Like the old days, where the ladies would be out there hanging their fucking husbands' wife beaters, wiping their tears and mascara off the front of it. They would fucking dry it in the alleys. I don't even know if they would do that. I just seen enough movies where that's where they did it, So my truck cover dries, and I bring it out to the garage. I put the gay in garage, by the way, because I don't know how to fix anything, right? Not saying that gay people can't be handy, all right? And I did mean that in a sexual way. So I go out there with the fucking top, and this happens to me every time I put this fucking stupid tarp on. It's an all black, soft as a horse's muzzle. All right, there's a fucking reference for you. And every time I go to put it on, I can't figure out which is the front and which is the back because there's nothing for the mirrors. It's just one of those ones that just goes right over the truck like fucking when you do paper and somebody else throws out rock, right? Just right on top like that. Like a spider on a bug there, right? So I go to put it on. And, of course, it's not fucking working. I'm looking for the fucking hole that I cut for the antenna. And I don't know if moths got at it. There's a bunch of fucking little microscopic little holes. I can't find it. And, dude, I fucking had such a meltdown. So mad at myself. It's like every time I put this fucking thing on, I have to do it like 15 fucking times. Why don't I just take a magic marker out and write front on the front? Why don't I just fucking do that? So I got this piece of shit fucking workout little bench in my garage. And I swear to God, if you even look at the thing, one of the legs collapses. And they got these things that you stick in through the little holes to make sure it doesn't do it, but it doesn't fit. Or I don't know. I don't know what I'm doing wrong with the thing. It's just this classic, made in China ripoff of something that should have been made in Mexico. Because that's wherever all of our shit is. It's either in China or Mexico, I feel. So I threw that across the garage because what ended up happening was in my frustration of taking it off again, I fucking yanked it up and I hit the ceiling, which is dusty from the guys fucking cutting it, and it made the tarp dirty. I didn't realize it, the car cover, and I put it on my truck and I got my truck dirty. I was just like like, I was so fucking upset with myself that I was literally like, fuck this. I go inside and I go, I'm getting a giant white piece of paper and I am just fucking writing front on the front of this fucking thing. When I finally got it together, and I wrote it on a piece of paper and then I taped it to the front. And I'm thinking like, well, what's going to happen when I go to wash this thing? And I got this piece of pen. I'm like, I'll fucking take it off. I was upset. So I go in to our copier little thing, right, to get the piece of fucking paper. And, of course, there's, like, toys on top of the copier, and one of them had, like, a little bag or whatever, and I was just thinking I would just lift it up. But I don't even know why I would even lift it up. I don't know why I even did that. And the bag tipped over, and, like, 40,000 fucking things, this little plastic Easter egg-looking thing spilt out, and I just snapped. I go, what the fucking fuck? And I just lost my shit ever so briefly, but that was just enough to fuck the whole day up, right? Then I go over. And by the way, if you're an aunt or an uncle, however you're supposed to say it, right? And you buy toys for your niece or nephews that has 5,000 fucking pieces, you're a fucking asshole. Especially if you don't have kids. If you don't have fucking kids, I don't look at that as an excuse. That's your passive-aggressive thing. You're upset because you don't have fucking kids. You want kids and you don't have kids, so now you're going to try to make my fucking life miserable by buying them a fucking thing that has like 50,000 fucking pieces to it. And the only time all those 50,000 pieces are going to be all together is the first time I open the box. And then after that, they're going to be all over the fucking house, right? Oh, Billy knows substances. He's on one today, baby. So I go over to the counter and I write front in big fat fucking letters with a Sharpie and I start coloring it in and I color in the F. I get halfway through the R and I said, oh no, is this going through the paper and onto my counter? And I looked through and sure enough it did. And I was like, what? This is just one of these fucking days, right? So now I'm fucking scrubbing it and of course it's not coming off, right? And I deliberately got the granite countertops because those other ones, the marble ones, it's just whatever gets in them, it just absorbs it into it and you can't get it out. It's like stuck in there like that guy under the ice in The Omen, right? So I'm scrubbing it, it's not coming off. Dishwashing thing, I finally get it to fucking come off. I'm just like, this fucking day, right? Oh, I didn't even tell you what happened. I bought a fucking shop vac at Home Depot. This is what really set me off. Is when I bought it, I saw a little piece of tape over the flap that opens the box. I'm like, wait, did somebody return this thing? And I was already standing in the line. I turn around, there's 10 people behind me. I'm like, I'm not going back. I'm sure it's fine. I bring the fucking thing home. It looks like somebody vacuumed out like a fucking barn find piece of shit car with a mouse nest in it. The thing was filthy. It was fucking filthy. So now I got to go back, back to fucking Home Depot. And I know what these cunts are going to say to me. They're going to say, well, how do we know you didn't do that? It's like, buddy, I'm not trying to fucking return it. I'm trying to exchange it. And at some point, I'm going to drop the F-bomb. And I already know what I'm going to do. I'm going to leave that fucking thing with them. And be like, this is my gift to you. You can put it back on the shelves, dirty like you did before. Like, this is why you go to mom and pop. You can't win. You go to a mom and pop thing, and they got like fucking 2 options. Or you go to Home Depot, they got a million options and 2 employees, and you go and buy something that somebody already fucking used and returned. I didn't even think it had the fucking filter in it. So, Billy's on edge, right? So I fucking come back out. This has a happy ending, by the way. I fucking taped this giant white thing that says front. Like there's no fucking way I can ever screw this up again, to the front of it. Okay? Oh, my God. This shit I was giving myself. It's like, why don't you write front on it? Why do you go through this every time? It's like, why don't you save any of your fucking passwords for your fucking accounts on the internet? Why do you set yourself up for this? Why are you such an ADD fucking idiot, right? So I was like, all right, do I really want to bring this energy back into the house again? No, I do not. So I closed the fucking garage and I sat down and I played my drums, which I've been doing because I've had a little bit more time now. So I'm getting towards the end of this edit of this movie that I think is going to be fucking great. I'm very excited about it. I sat down and played fucking drums. And I'm going to tell you this, dude. My fucking right foot was on fire. I was so fucking mad that I didn't even have my cell phone. I didn't give a fuck. and I started playing like these Bonham phrases, and I think I was the closest to playing Good Times, Bad Times. I was fucking burning through it. And I was also fucking with that that lick he does on I Can't Quit You, Babe, where it's a 16th note triplet followed by like 3 in a row. It's like gong gong good dad zip it dum ba 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 boom. It's that ba 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 boom that I could never get after, and I started fucking with that, and I just kind of came up with this this bass drum exercise, going in and out of 3 in a row and 16th note triplets, which is just like a technique thing. But if you do the two separately, when you try to do one after another, up to tempo, it always falls apart, and then you get upset and you'd be like, I'm never going to be able to do it, as opposed to just trying to work on going in and out of both of them at a tempo you can handle. That's what I started doing, and I was so fucking mad. Not to mention warmed up, walking back, and forth from the fucking house. The blood was flowing, so the limbs weren't cold. I fucking crushed it. So I was psyched about that. I came inside, apologized to my wife. I said, sorry, I screamed fuck and goddamn Home Depot orange fucking cunts. I'm sorry I yelled that in the kitchen. And she's just looking at me like she should be looking at me. And I'm like, I said, all right, I'm going to do stand-up tonight. I'm going to give you a break from me. And she just starts laughing. So I ended up going out, and I went down to the Comedy Store, and I went up, and I just went up in front of like this absolutely perfect crowd. They were so much fucking fun, and I tried a few new things. I talked about my day with the goddamn shop vac, and I had one of those sets where it was just every reason why I did stand-up, and they would ask me if I wanted to go up in this other room, and I said yes before that set. And then after the set, I was just like, I'm good. It's not going to get better than that. I'm not going to fucking chase it. And so it did have a nice ending there. And then I, got my wife something to eat on the way home. And everything was good. So today I'm going to be hanging out with my son, because my wife's having a, mother-daughter day with my daughter. So I'll probably take my son up and down the driveway in the truck. We'll play catch, maybe go to the park, something like that.